Hey everyone, welcome inside Comerica Park for Game 2 of a two-game homestand against the Milwaukee Brewers. Alongside Jason Ross Jr., I'm Genna to bring you today's pitching preview. Two right-handers take the bump. For the Brewers, it's going to be Brandon Woodruff, and for Detroit, it'll be Matt Manning.
And Tiger fans are just happy to see Matt Manning back out on the bump today after taking a comebacker to his left knee during the third inning of his most recent start against the Pirates on September 8th. Manning had to depart that start earlier than he would have liked. However, fortunately, the X-rays did come back negative, and a week later, the 23-year-old is gearing up to face one of the National League's most potent lineups. Gee, when you examine this Brewers batting order, up and down, you find the ability to draw walks and work counts against pitchers. When you look at Manning so far this year, when the righty hasn't had success, it's been a consistent theme of falling behind against opposing batters. So examine that start against Pittsburgh. The route to easy outs came with first pitch strikes on the slider and the curveball. The curveball has been a plus weapon for Manning dating back to his days in the minors, while the slider is a new weapon that he's really begun to hone in this 2021 season. And pair that with a well-located fastball could really bode well for Manning today against this Brewers lineup. Delving back into that start against Pittsburgh, curveball was responsible for 4 called strikes. Slider was responsible for 2 called strikes and 2 swings and misses. So again, those 2 pitches will be key today for Manning. His counter will be a 6'4" righty in Brandon Woodruff.
Well, Woodruff is an easy fan favorite for Milwaukee, given that he's in the conversation for the National League Cy Young Award. And he's in that for great reason. Currently has an ERA of 2.48, 191 strikeouts on the season, and is above average in almost every category in all of baseball outside of exit velocity. Now, what works so well for Woodruff is that combination of his four-seam fastball and slider. They account for a majority of his put-away pitches, and he just throws them with ease and with conviction. Along with those 2 pitches, he'll also utilize his curveball and his sinker. The curveball he's actually been incorporating more and more over the course of this season and finding great success with it. But what's interesting is when we dial into his last 3 starts, and during that stretch we've seen that he's allowed more earned runs, more hits, has walked more, and has struck out less. But with that, he is now coming off of a stomach bug. He couldn't face the Cleveland Indians not too long ago, so he's coming into today's game with more rest. And when we dial back to his last start, which was against the Phillies on September 6th, we see that he allowed 3 home runs, and 2 of those were off those four-seam fastballs that he could not locate on the outside corner. So these Tigers bats have to be ready to execute on those fastballs that they see here today.